Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining with us today. We are so excited to be with you. Thanks for taking a little break out of your day to spend some time with us and hang out with us. We are so sad that we can't actually be with you guys in person, but we're thankful that we're able to make the necessary precautions and stay safe this way. I know that it can be a little bit strange and different doing things this way, especially for an admitted students event. But thank you guys so much just for participating with us and having a great time with us. And we are so excited to be here, and we're so excited to be here all together. This will be a really fun part of your day right now, and we're just going to start first by introducing ourselves and then kind of what we're going to be doing for the next 30 minutes. My name is Anna. I am a junior at Biola University, and I'm an intercultural studies major and an international development minor.
And my name is Sam. I am a senior business management major with a minor in communication studies. And I'm from Santa Clarita, California. So if you guys know where Six Flags Magic Mountain is, that's where I'm from.
And then my name is Annie. I'm a third year biblical and theological studies student. And then I'm from La Palma, California, which is just about 15 minutes south of Biola, so super close.
Yeah, and so we just wanted to welcome you guys to today's Habits at Home. We are very excited to be with you. And just so you guys know, as we get started with today's event, we are actually going to definitely get moving throughout the event. So be ready to get up, have some space, and get ready to move a little bit. And so as we go along, if you guys have any questions about the dance or anything else that we're doing, feel free to send them through the chat, and we'll try to answer them as we go along this program.
Yeah, but Sam is mentioning that we're going to be doing some dancing. This is all part of a huge Biola tradition we have here called Mock Rock. And so it's one of our many campus traditions, and it's just a ton of fun. And Anna will get to explain it in a little bit what that looks like more of. But some other campus traditions that we have on campus, one of them is Nation Ball, and that's a huge dorm versus dorm dodgeball tournament. And it's one that students look forward to every single fall. It's really fun. Every dorm has their own designated color. And so all of Horton will wear black, and all of Hope will wear pink. And just, yeah, each dorm has their own colors, and it's so much fun. Everyone gets packed into the gym. And yeah, it's just a really fun way to build Christian community by throwing dodgeballs at each other. So that's a really fun event we have at Biola. That's one of our big campus traditions. And then another one that we have of many other ones is something called Pumpkin Pie. And it's this campus-wide talent show that happens in the fall. And it's called Pumpkin Pie. And then we have pumpkin pie afterwards, and it's around Thanksgiving time. And so, yeah, it's just a ton of fun. Different students get to showcase their talents. And so we always have people singing and people doing magic tricks. And so, yeah, it's just a couple different things that we do to bring our entire campus together, because, yeah, we have a lot of different clubs, and we have dorm events and just smaller knit community things. But we also do have these huge campus events. And so that's a really fun way to build community. And Anna will get to talk a little bit more specifically about Mock Rock community and what that looks like. But just in general, community is something that matters a lot to our Biola students. And so by having these kind of annual events that everyone gets to look forward to, it's just a really neat way to plan things with your friends and all go together and all experience the same thing. And so, those are just some of our campus traditions. And Anna will talk about Mock Rock.
Yeah, so Mock Rock is one of our biggest campus traditions, like Annie had talked about. My parents actually went to Biola back in the 80s, and they had a very small version of Mock Rock that existed back then, and it's just exploded into this huge thing that we have now, over 30 years later. And so essentially what it is it's a 10-minute long dance and lip syncing competition, and there's about 6 teams that are formed every year between 30 and 80 people, and you come together and you write this story, and it involves all this dancing and singing, and you don't need to be a dancer to be a part of it. You don't need to have any acting experience. You just have to want to have fun and do something new and challenging. And it is such a unique opportunity that we have at Biola, and it is so fun. So Annie, Sam, and I have been all on the same team. Our team is called Men of Honor. And this past year, which unfortunately we didn't get to have Mock Rock come to its fruition, but we still practiced for months. We still wrote a whole storyline. So we are all on the same team. This past year and last year, I worked as the choreographer for it, so I choreographed it. Sam helped write a lot of it and did a lot of music editing stuff that makes no sense to me, but he was great at it. And Annie is just an awesome person on our team, danced really well. fantastic person. And so again, you don't need to be living in a certain dorm to be a part of it. You don't need to be a certain grade to be a part of it. There are different ways to get involved. There are mixers that happen throughout the year where you can like sign up to be a part of a team. You can just also meet people who are part of a team. It's a really, really big thing that we do. And so just some logistics of it. Usually teams will start practicing in the beginning of the second semester. They practice a couple of times a week for 3 or so months. Then we have this big performance in April. The entire school comes out, the community comes out, we're in the gym, we're all together. Sometimes people even camp out overnight just to get a good spot in the gym. So people will wait like 18 hours in a tent in line outside of our gym just to wait to get inside. I'm from Northern California. My parents flew down to be a part of it and watch it too. And so it's just really, really a big deal. I actually, even before I even got to Biola, I knew that it was something that I wanted to be a part of and knew it was something I wanted to do. And it's just been amazing. It's a really, really a unique way you get to build community with one another. You get to challenge one another. You get to encourage and love each other in such a different way. And you also get to grow in community and do something. And I think, like Annie was talking about, this importance of community that we have really does shine through in these campus traditions, and especially Mock Rock, because you're with the same group of 60 or so people. You're working together, striving towards a common goal of making this show and creating this thing. But you're also doing something that is a little bit uncomfortable at first, like dancing in front of people, but you're doing that together. You have late night to early morning practices, and it's just really a community thing. And I know for me, the people I've met on my Mock Rock team, Men of Honor, have been some of my absolute best friends. My brothers and sisters, they've challenged me, they've loved me, they've encouraged me, and it's amazing. And so, like I said, there's usually 6 different teams. You do have to go through audition process. Each team has its leaders who write the storyline, write the script, pick the songs. Sam and I have been able to do that for the past 2 years for our teams. I've absolutely loved it. And then we all come together at the end in this culmination of a competition. And yeah, it's a competition, but also it's just really a celebration of seeing what everyone has been able to do and what they've all accomplished. And so last year, our team Men of Honor was a Star Wars Mock Rock. Sam was the C-3PO. Annie and I were Stormtroopers. We actually ended up winning, which is why we're all wearing our same shirts. If you can see, they all say Mock Rock on it. This was the best day of my entire life, I will just say that, but it was just so fun to be with the team and to have that victory at the end, but to really just go through that whole process. I have been so blessed to lead it and to be a choreographer for it, and also just to meet so many new people and be challenged in this way. And so we are going to teach you a part of our dance today. It's only going to be 4 8 counts, but we are going to be teaching you that. And so make sure you have some space. You can totally join us and dance if you want. If you rather just watch, that's totally fine too. You can keep your cameras on, cameras off, whatever is most comfortable to you. And we would love to know some of your feedback. There'll be a lot of times I'm asking, like, are we good to move on? Like, did that make sense? And if you just use your reactions button, you can do like a thumbs up or an applause of like if that was okay for you or not. And so that would just help us with some feedback of knowing like we're good to move on, we're not good to move on, we'll go over it again. But yeah, we are going to be dancing. And so I hope that is really exciting for you guys, and we are super excited. And so I'm just going to give you a little bit of the context of where this dance came from in our Mock Rock. And so our Mock Rock was going to be the night at the museum. And so we included a security guard, and we had US presidents and Egyptians and cavemen and Atlantans. And it was really, really cool. And we told this bigger story of the security guard wanting to leave his own legacy and that he had enough value in just being himself. He didn't need to be like the people in this museum. And so this dance that we're going to teach you right now is actually our battle dance. So it's like the climax of our whole Mock Rock. We have our Pharaoh, who was actually going to be played by Sam. And he's kind of this like slightly bad guy. We'll just call him Misunderstood. It's fine. He is going to battle King Neptune, and they're about to fight each other. And so this dance is intense. It's a lot of hyping each other up because you're just about to fight each other. I was actually an Egyptian, and so I would have been on Sam's side, and Annie was an Atlantan, so she would have been against us. And so just try, if you want to help you think about how to have some inspiration for this dance, just try to think you're about to fight somebody, but in a good way, of course. Just you can fight you can fight Sam. It's okay. That's who we all fought in our Mock Rock. And so just make sure that you have some space spread out. I'll be doing my best to come closer so that you can hear me actually talking, and you can ask questions if you have them during any time, but we are super excited. So again, this dance is a battle. So it starts off with you running on stage. The first 6 counts of the song are just you running in place. And so Nicki Minaj sings this song. So the beginning's kind of hard to count, but you hear her do her classic AO, and then after that you start running. So I can help say that by saying AO. So you're just gonna run in place for the first 6 counts. So after she goes AO, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on 7, 8, you're gonna stretch out your left leg and your left arm and grab on 7, 8. So that should be straight arms, straight legs. You're gonna grab like you're about to take something, and 8. So let's put those 2 super simple parts together. After she goes AO, you run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. So this next part, this is when you start gearing up to fight. You're trying to hype yourself up. So you're gonna step forward on your left leg and go 1, push back on your right, 2, and then hit your chest forward on 3, 4. Kind of like a come at me. So you're coming forward on your left leg, 1, back on 2, forward, 3, 4. And you're turning around on that. On the 3, 4, you step on your right leg, 5, and then jump 6. So you can't really see my legs, but that's not super important. You're just gonna jump. And when you jump on 6, your hands grab the bottom of your shirt. I call this default because it's kind of like if you were just gonna stand, this is just kind of like a natural default. So when you jump on 6, you're gonna grab on 6 for default. Let's just put those parts together. After you went 7, 8, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, step 5, jump 6. This last part, you're gonna go up 7, look 8. So you're gonna punch on 7, look 8. And this whole part's supposed to be super strong. Like we said, it's a battle, so that's why you're like punching, that's why you're trying to hype each other up. And so just think about it like that, just of that hit and that look. And can we put those 2 8 counts together and do that a couple times? Does that sound good? Great, awesome. So if I'm Nicki Minaj and I go, AO, you run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump 6, 7, look 8. Awesome, you guys. Can we do that a couple more times? It's much faster with music. We're just gonna keep doing it a couple more times. You're doing great. Honestly, when we would do mock rock for like 3 hours practice, sometimes we only would get through a couple 8 counts. And so, thank you guys for doing it with us. All right, you ready? 5, 6, 7, and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. So let's move on just a bit. After you're up here on 8, you're gonna go up 1, down 2, out 3. So you're kind of progressively getting lower. You're up on 1, your middle on 2, and your arms are crossed, and then 3. You then bring your hands back to default. This foot comes up to go 4, to come down 5, 6. So as you're down here, your right leg comes up to then turn you around. And this arm comes out like you're gonna punch somebody and turn around. So if I'm here on 7, 8, up 1, middle 2, low 3, up 4, throw 5, 6. And this last little part, she says dress code. So you're gonna grab your shirt and go dress code. And if you wanna add some extra flair to it, you can pop your right foot, just kind of help it throw. But yeah, that's that last 8, that's that part of the 8 count. Can we go from the punch now and then try to connect that slowly and then do that a couple of times all together? Yay, thank you guys. So if you just went 7, look 8, up 1, middle 2, down 3, up 4, throw 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that again. So if you punch 7, 8, up 1, middle 2, down 3, up 4, throw 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job, you guys. Let's try to do those 3 8 counts a little bit faster, and then you only have 1 more 8 count after that, and then we can do it with music. Super fast with music, but we're gonna work our way there. All right, let's connect those 3. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, 7, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, you guys. Let's do it 2 more times, and then we can move on to our last 8 count. All right, ready? 5, 6, 7, and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job, you guys. Also, if you want to watch other people doing it too, you can always watch Annie and Sam. They know it as well, so feel free to watch them too. All right, let's do this part 1 more time, faster, and then we can move on to our last 8 count. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. All right, our last 8 count is a little bit fast, but the whole dance is fast, so that's okay. But you're really close. So you just threw 7, 8. You're gonna get jump down on 1, back up 2. So your arms are just gonna go right arm out, and then switch left arm out. That's all you do with your arms. Stay right arm, left arm. Your legs just go into this like lunge squat position with your right knee up, and you just jump. 1, 2, while your arms switch. 1, 2. So together it's 1, 2, and then you stay here, your feet don't move, you go 3, 4. So your arms just go right, left, right, left. And then the 3, 4 are diagonals, or the 1, 2 are straight. So let's just do that a couple of times. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. This last move, like I said, our mock rock, there was a bunch of different characters in it. We had cavemen, Egyptians, presidents, Atlantans. So at this part, we all had them hit a different pose, but because Sam and I are both Egyptians, we're gonna all have you hit the Egyptian pose. So when you just went 3, 4, you're gonna grab your hands and scuff your foot around on 5, 6, and arms up Egyptian on 7, 8. And that's it. This is gonna be a super powerful hit. Our Egyptians were kind of sassy, jealous. They just wanted to win. And so you can think of this as even being powerful. And you know the whole dance there. That's it. So now we're just gonna connect it and do it a couple of times and then do it to music. But way to go, you guys. You just learned 4 8 counts of a really challenging dance that honestly took us like 3 hours. So thank you guys for working with us. And we're just gonna spend a couple minutes connecting it all together and then doing it with music. So let's just do this 8 count again, and then we'll do it all over. So ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up, 7, 8. Again, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let us do it all together from the beginning to the end. And if you don't want to have your camera on, you totally don't have to have your camera on. You can do whatever is most comfortable with you. If you want to dance with everybody, if you rather just dance in your room, whatever is fine. But thank you guys so much for just being with us and for learning it with us, and even just watching us. We really appreciate it. And so just do whatever you're most comfortable with. But we're going to go through it from the beginning to the end, and we're going to do it slowly, and then get to doing it faster, and then we'll try it with music. Sound good? Awesome. All right, ready? Remember, you start with a run. So 5, 6, 7, and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay, great job, you guys. Let's do it again. We're gonna do it 2 more times and get faster and then try it with music. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. All right, let's do it one last time without music and then try it with music. But you guys are killing it. You're doing great. I am out of breath. I haven't done this dance in a while. All right, you guys, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay! Good job, you guys. You are doing great. We're gonna try with music and do it with music a couple of times. It is fast. Don't worry. This took our team a long time to learn, and we're just here to have fun and do something that Viola loves to do. So don't worry if you don't get it right away with the music. You guys are doing great, and give yourself some grace with this. But just as like a warning that sometimes the audio can lag, and so if you're watching Annie or Sam and they're like a couple steps behind, that's probably just because their audio is slower, and so don't worry about that. I'm first just gonna play you the part where you start running so that you can hear it, and then I'll do it. So remember how I said that Nikki will say Ayo? There were so many practices where I just over and over would say Ayo, and so just listen for that, and then I'll restart it, and then we'll start again. But I'm just gonna tell you where you start running. All right, you guys ready? So you hear how she says Ayo, and then you start running. So let's just try it all together, and we'll do that a couple of times. I am so excited for us to do it all together. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, ready? Listen for that Ayo, and then you start running when she says the word running.
Anybody want it, they could get it, come correct though. Yeah, I make the rules, I ain't following the dress code. I don't do the mess though, I'ma put a hex though. I ain't with the hugs and kisses, don't do the exo. Soon as the bell goes.
Great job, you guys. That was your first time. That was super fast, and so give yourself some grace, but way to go. Let's do that a couple of more times all together, just because it's fun. And when else are you gonna dance with a bunch of people right now? And so, way to go, you guys. And then just listen for that Ayo, and then that'll help you know when to start running.
Run it, I'ma take it like a klepto. Anybody want it, they could get it, come correct though. Yeah, I make the rules, I ain't following the dress code. I don't do the mess though, I'ma put a hex though. I ain't with the hugs and kisses, don't do the exo. Soon as the bell.
Awesome job, you guys. I love dancing with you all. I miss dancing with people, so this is really fun. Can we do it one more time all together? Sound good? One last time all together. Honestly, my favorite part of mock rock, I have been a dancer my entire life, and so I could say my favorite part of it is dancing, but really my favorite part of it is the people, and I have just been so blessed to be able to dance with 50, 60 of my best friends, and to build a community and to meet new people and to be challenged with that. And so even though we're not all together right now, and even though I can't see you all and we're not physically together, even just doing this with all of you is reminding me of why I even love mock rock and why I love Viola and why that's so important to me. It's because this true, genuine community that I have found and been so blessed by and loved. And so thank you guys just for being another representation of that. Even though we're all apart, we're still all together. And so I just love it. So let's do this together one last time. No worries if you have no idea what you're doing besides the run part. Just try your best and just have fun with it. Laugh with us. You guys are doing great, and I'm really thankful that you guys are all here. So let's just do it one last time all together. Usually at the end of the night when we're having practice, I just start yelling. I'm like, do it for each other. So do it for each other. Do it for each other on the virtual screen. All right, you guys, one last time.
Hey yo, run it, I'ma take it like a klepto. Anybody want it, they could get it, come correct though. Yeah, I make the rules, I ain't following the dress code. I don't do the mess though, I'ma put a hex though. I ain't with the hugs and kisses, don't do the X though. Soon as the
Yay! Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for doing that with us. I know that can be weird to like dance by yourself in your room. Honestly, I do that all the time. And so you have a little bit more time on your hands. I would totally encourage you, if you want to do it, to just dance on your own. It's a great way to just release some stress. And so I have loved it. There's a ton of mock rocks like on YouTube, our mock rock last year on YouTube. And so if you want to like check out what they actually look like, not just in my living room, you should totally go research that online and find on YouTube. I do have some questions that came in that I can quickly answer. One of them, do you ever need video producers for mock rock? So every year in our mock rock, the beginning of every mock rock actually is this like minute-long intro video that kind of sets up the scene for whatever your whole mock rock is going to be. In the past, we've just had students who are film majors or who know anything about cameras and sound to kind of make those. And so we don't go to any like professional video people, but we usually just use students who know how to use cameras. Sam has helped us a lot in knowing how to do sound stuff. And then during the actual mock rock event, we have CMA students who work for Biola Event Services, who are the ones who are filming the whole thing live and make the YouTube videos. And then do the students raise money for production gear, costumes, lights, backgrounds? So we don't raise our own money. We just kind of like have a given budget. We're allowed to use this much. And then that honestly just comes from like the leaders' hands. And usually we'll ask team members to donate like $10 to help with their costumes. But if people can't pay that, that's completely fine. And we figure other ways around it. We usually make a lot of costumes. We figure things out. This past year, my mom and I were making caveman costumes out of like old sheets we had found, and we were literally rolling them around in the dirt to make them look more authentic. We were taking toilet paper rolls, spray painting them gold, making them for Egyptian head like armbands and headpieces. And so we make a lot of stuff. We do buy some things. If you watch our Star Wars video from last year, we did not make those stormtrooper costumes or lightsabers. We had to go and buy them. But they all come from our own budgets, whatever you want to donate. There's not like a mock rock fee or something. And there's no like, you don't have to pay a fee to be a part of it or anything. And what kind of tech team do you have for mock rock, if any? Honestly, our tech team for the past 2 years was Sam. Sam just knew a lot about audio. Again, teams come together and you don't need to have somebody who's like a designated tech person, but it is helpful if there's somebody who knows how to use a camera, knows how to edit music, knows how to put audio files together, which I have no idea how to do that. But luckily Sam does. And usually there's like usually the same teams every year that just add new people onto them. Only like there's usually maybe one new team every year, but usually you just join other teams, and then the leaders of that team can also know people who are good at editing and understand technology and music, and so they can for sure make that more sustainable by bringing on people who also know that as well.
To add on to that question too.
Yes,
actually,
you would know more.
Yeah, there's actually an event services team that works for Biola, and mock rock is a part of their work. And so if you're someone who really loves the technical, like let's say it's like lighting or production volume version of mock rock, so not being on a team but wanting to help it from like a mock rock event scale, you can actually work for that too. And I have friends who have done that, and they're able to actually design the lights for every single performance off of what they think is like best and what would give off the best effect. So if you're someone who knows, like even from like now that you don't want to do mock rock, which I would encourage you to change your mind, it's amazing. But even with that, working for event services, you're actually able to work the mock rock event as a whole and then let your creativity flow through the lighting and the way the event looks as a whole.
Yeah, it's a full production, and almost me and like Sam and Annie, like we can only do so much as people who are the performers, and really it all comes together when the event services figure out the lighting and they make the audio amazing, and you know they play our videos, and so we can make the production, but they're the ones who really tie it all together. And so yeah, way to go, Sam. We know friends, like we had a friend last year who did a lot of the lighting, and I have no idea how he did that, but he's amazing and very gifted at that. Do you need any dancing background to be on a team? No, you do not need any dancing background. So one thing that's really unique about the team that Sam, Andy, and I are on is that it's called Men of Honor. It's this floor of guys at Biola and then girls who join the team. But we are the only like male dominant team. Like there's a lot of guys on our team and none of them have had dancing experience before and they still won, you guys. And so there, you do not need to have any dancing experience. You don't need to have any theater or like any kind of experience at all. You have coaches who have had dancing experience, who like me, and they will help you and they will teach you dances. But that's the whole joy of Mock Rock too, is that it's a group of people coming together who all don't know what they're doing, who are all together on this endeavor to learn something new, and you're all overcoming that together. And so you don't need any background, just hard work, just diligence, just wanting to do something, and just being passionate. It is a time commitment, and so our biggest thing is like just be willing to do it. If people are willing to do it, then that's all we ask. And so,
and to just jump on that, yeah, Anna is such a great teacher. She is so patient with all of us. Most of us actually haven't had any dance experience at all, but she's been so good at just like repeating moves over and over and over again for 3 hours. And so it's been actually really cool to be on Mock Rock and see, oh, I didn't think I could do this dance when she first started dancing it, but at the end of Mock Rock, when we do our whole performance, like, wow, we can look back and see how great of dancers we got and like the kinds of dances that we get to do. And so it's actually just really cool to see yourself grow and do things that you didn't think you could do in the first place. And so yeah, just a really stretching experience and getting out of your comfort zone and trying something new. So
yeah, thanks, Annie. Yeah, that's just so truthful of you when you're able to watch it at the end and come together. It's so amazing to be like, wow, remember 3 months ago when like we all doubted that we could dance and now we have this full performance and we came together in that. And so I think that's a huge part of college in general too, of do something new, do something that you wouldn't have thought you'd done before. I think like 3/4 of our team would all say, if you told me that I'd be in a lip syncing dance competition in college, I'd say no way. Then they're all doing it for the past 4 years. And so absolutely, just push yourself and do something new. How do auditions work for Mock Rock teams? Every year they look a little bit different, but usually your team, there's about 6 teams, and every year campus engagement, and that's like the part of Biola that puts this on, they will choose how many teams make it. Basically, you just perform for them a full dance that you know, and then your leaders will go and explain the storyline, explain the song, explain kind of what our Mock Rock is. And there's not like, they don't cut half the teams. They just want to make sure like you actually are on progress, because it is a lot of work. And so it's kind of a check-in and then to make sure you're following their guidelines. But they don't just cut 3 teams of like, oh, you weren't good enough, because how can you know a full dance and do it well after 2 weeks of practice? And so it is a bit more of a check-in and just making sure mainly for your leaders that you actually have all the steps done and that you're on track. And can you try for multiple teams in case you don't get picked for one? So you don't audition and then you get placed on a team. You basically, teams already audition like a month into the process. Like I said, kind of that check-in. In the beginning of spring semester when Mock Rock happens, there are like these mixers where you basically go, you hear from every leader on different teams. Every team has like their own like unique traditions and personalities that you'll learn about too. And then you basically just sign up for a team that you want to join, or like if all your friends are going to one team, or if you meet somebody in your class and they are a leader of a team and you talk to them, or I joined Men of Honor because my freshman orientation and my leader was on Men of Honor, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go there. And so you can meet people and join that way, or there are these mixers, but you don't need to audition for multiple teams and like hope you get placed on one. You just kind of sign up. But you can sign up for multiple and then they'll place you later, but you just are on one team. You don't need to audition for many teams. But yeah, that is just a little bit about Mock Rock and the tryout process, but really it's not this like, the words tryouts and auditions can kind of be a little bit intimidating, but they're not like these individual tryouts. They're really not a big deal. It's honestly a chance for your team to already see within a couple weeks of Mock Rock, like, hey, like this is what we've already been able to accomplish all together. If you want to be a part of Mock Rock, no matter if you don't know any of the leaders, like there is a place for you and you will find a place on a Mock Rock team. And you are welcome there too. It's not, you don't need to know somebody already. You will find a place, and then there's always places that want you. And so, yeah, we are obviously big fans of Mock Rock and we can speak to that a lot, but we would really encourage you guys to do it. It has been a huge highlight of our college career here.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here today. As Anna mentioned a little earlier, if you guys want to see full production mock rocks completed, feel free to search on YouTube. Most of them are there. If you want to see our performance from last year, the winning mock rock Star Wars, you can type in Biola mock rock Star Wars. Just type in Biola mock rock. There are so many videos, and seeing the end product truly is something else. It's really cool. And as Anna said, like even for me and many others, we had no dancing experience. Freshman year, I said, there's no way that I would ever do this. And then I did it, found some of my closest friends and community through it. So I encourage you guys, look into it more. That is all the time we have for today. So thank you guys for being here with us. If you guys have any more questions, you can always talk to your admissions counselor, talk to one of the student ambassadors. We are here for you guys. So thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.